can't curse, can I?
I've been. Oh yeah, you can. I've been drinking a lot. So.
Me
All right.
too.
Okay.
All right, we serious now?
All right. So, who are you?
Eddie Whitehead.
He is Eddie Whitehead. That best way it's been said so far.
You
All right.
Eddie.
What did you? It might be. What did you think of the match today? Actually, this was the match
Yeah.
director. So.
Since I set it up, I thought it was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, of course. He's not biased at all.
I
Right?
agree.
Yeah. Literally everyone who's come on here, unbiased opinions, of course,
Right.
has said that this has been awesome. But me being one of like the honest YouTubers, like this was dead ass one of the best matches that I've ever shot.
Well, being it
And
originated in a parking lot in a motel in South Carolina.
I think I might have been there drinking.
No, we did.
We're seeing a pattern.
I was there.
I wasn't
Yeah,
there.
Ashton was there.
We almost stole a
somebody
fire
left
truck.
Butt hurt.
I was a little upset that day about something. All right, so gas or bolt?
Gas.
All right, dial or hold?
We're a little both.
Okay. Favorite rifle chambering?
Depends.
I know you kind of
I like 223 because of the weight.
223, yeah, for the
I like the 6.5 Creedmoor because
it's a 6.5 Creedmoor.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's
but
pretty much best of both worlds.
I'm leaning towards a 6.5 Gremlin because I think it's a happy medium.
Okay. Not the cheetah, obviously, because I'm not gonna say shit about the cheetah.
You said fucking cheetah again. We just talked about this.
Just so you guys know, he is the first person who has bought a cheetah barrel. So he's like, I don't give a shit about the cheetah. He is the first. He wanted to be the first person to buy one. He's already bought it. Just so you guys know. All right, what is your long range experience?
Very limited.
Okay.
Mostly off a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Shot 4 matches.
Okay.
Today being the 5th that I set up, so
Okay.
that I shot better than somebody.
You shot well today.
Yeah, you did well today.
You did shoot better than me.
I shot better than several folks.
That's true. That is true.
Shoot, I have to say.
Several. In my defense, no, I'm kidding. All right, so matches that you host or are affiliated with.
This one,
This is the one that he hosts. This was the
Yep,
hoodrats.
I've shot quantified because that's where we got our feet wet. Me and my son were looking for something to do, and I guess it all happened at the right time. So we shot the quantified performance, and we were just looking around what's going on in the southeast where we're at. So and that happened to pop it. I guess it was just luck of the draw because we got involved in that. I mean, it was fun.
That was
Throws
actually
you way out of your comfort zone for we just.
for
we've
regular
always
gas gun stuff.
we've always just bench shot groups and played around. We've never positions or it just chunks you out of
Takes you out of your comfort zone.
It does.
So actually, that was kind of how I met Ed. Was at one of the quantified performance matches and whatever. And it was kind of an in-passing kind of thing. We didn't know who each other was and stuff like that. We became really good friends on social media and stuff like that. We got to where we were talking to each other every day. We're in multiple groups with each other, group chats with each other and stuff like that. We'd call each other randomly on the way to work, kind of thing. And last year, whenever I killed my doe. It was actually out here on this property, and they were the ones who invited me out here to go hunt because I didn't kill a deer in North or South Carolina, and I was like, damn, I'm gonna go this whole season without deer in my freezer, and they were like, no, we can't have that. You're coming down here, and next year, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna bring a few dudes out here, like me and Ashton, a couple other dudes, and we're gonna do a deer hunt next year and maybe hunt some other stuff. We were going beaver hunting the other night.
Fishing, beaver hunting, snake.
Yeah,
Kill the snake.
we went on a snake
Snake
killing
and duck.
safari, whatever we're doing out here, we're killing
That's right.
stuff.
Middle of a stage, and he's like, get your pistol.
Kill that snake. All right, do you have any tips or tricks, like something that gave you the aha moment as far as long range
Don't
shooting?
do what I do.
Solid. This man is honest.
No, I do good sometimes, and then I get in a hurry and screw the pooch, and
Oh my
always
God.
rush. Rushing sucks, and
Yeah,
getting
the
stable.
Russians-
I struggle
Russians
with getting stable. If I
see
can
that.
get stable,
Oh,
you
yeah.
see me.
So earlier today, the stage that Scott came in first place, I came in second place. Ed was nipping at our heels. He was going 1 for 1 on every target, doing the chaos stage, and just bam, 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 hit after, and
Fell
just,
apart.
And then he literally gets to the third from the last target,
Yep.
and it was an easy shot. It was a chip shot. It was like 100
Yeah.
yards away.
Yep.
And just boom, 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 not connecting with the target.
All
And
over
I
it.
literally
Do it.
stopped everything I was doing, like looked over at him because he was going 1-for-1. I didn't need to watch him anymore. And like I look over and he's just missing and missing. I was like, what
Yep.
the fuck? And it was,
Yeah.
and it is just one of those things. Like,
That's what I was saying. What the fuck?
Was it like a mental thing for you that was going on? Was it,
Getting in a hurry and shooting too quick. And
did you get overconfident because you got?
No, I was in a groove and then I lost my groove and I was seeing the target and I was pulling the trigger when it wasn't, you know.
So you just weren't stable.
I wasn't there. No, I wasn't stable. I wasn't, you know, just in a hurry too.
I get
you know,
it.
when you're in the chaos, you're just
Especially
trying to
once
run
you
fast.
start missing, I see a
Yeah.
lot of guys,
Yeah,
they
like,
start shooting faster
Yeah.
and faster. And,
Yeah.
oh God. Clock,
Yeah.
clock.
Because at that distance, I mean, as long as your crosshairs are on the steel, you
Yep.
just you touch it off and it'll hit there. And I was just doing either too quick, too late, and I was all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
It
'Cause
snowballed from there. Then I had to change the mag
And that slows you down a
Yep.
lot, yeah.
It's over. It's over.
Okay, so is there a piece of equipment? Please don't say bags. Literally everyone has said bags. Is there a piece of equipment for long range that you just found like extremely helpful? That you were just like, oh shit, this is
I love my fucking Kestrel.
okay. This guy likes his
That's a good
Kestrel.
one.
You
I
have
like
the
the Kestrel.
5700.
5700 with
Applied ballistics.
applied ballistics, yes.
You have Link as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
Kestrel
so
out,
do you have
and
the
That plays with it
Vortex,
a little bit.
the wrist
No.
thing for it? No. Okay. Yeah. So like a lot of dudes who are running those are running the Garmin Vortex,
Yep.
and then like it'll transfer data over. And
Next on the list is a lab radar.
Yeah, we were actually talking about that earlier about load development, lab radars, and this dude has got a perfect setup for load development. Like he literally has a reloading room, and then you step out the back door, and he's got a 100-yard range. Like you could not ask for a more perfect reloading setup. Okay, so are there any new developments in your life? It could be anything from a promotion at work, a new vehicle, new boyfriend, new girlfriend, whatever you're into. I'm not here to judge.
No.
Nothing
Nope.
new,
Nope.
just coasting. We
Nope.
did
Bought a
this whole
camper.
last
I
match.
bought a fucking camper and we
That's
did a match
right.
today. So we
He
did
bought,
a match and
no,
it come
no,
off.
no, you did not buy a camper, my
That's a
man.
fucking camper.
You bought a house. You bought a house with some wheels attached to it. Like this is the nicest fucking camper I've
We
ever
pulled
seen
off
in
a
my
good
life.
match and I seen Lane and Cord miss a couple of shots today, so I feel like I accomplished something.
I've never heard his last
There you
name
go.
pronounced that way.
Is that how you pronounce it?
You know, I've heard it pronounced iCloud.
I think that was a joke.
I've now heard it pronounced iCord.
Cord. It sounds like a cord. I think
it's,
it's spelled.
iCord.
You know, I'm from Alabama. I mean, I can
Same,
spell.
same. Yeah, public schools and whatnot.
That's right. But I seen him miss a few shots. And
Yep. You don't see that very often.
No,
so
I was
I hope you
fucking
cherish
happy.
this.
I'm
Yeah,
like, you
you
know,
will.
I didn't throw a fucking gimme up there, so
Yeah, that's true. This
he did come in second though.
I had said earlier today.
I
and
come in
I'm
fifth.
gonna- You came in fifth
I
in your
came
own
in
match.
fifth, yeah.
That's like cheating. That's fucking cheating.
Yeah, but where's
So
that show up?
I
You do
I
it.
said it earlier today, and I was being genuine when I said it. This was one of the best matches. I've
I
ever
appreciate
talked
that.
about.
I didn't know if you're bullshit because I was
No,
in
I was being
earshot.
genuine when I said it.
It
Yeah,
was
I,
one day.
I meant it when I said it. I had a
couple
phenomenal
of
time.
interviews
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we wanted. We want everybody to have fun, not to stress out because there wasn't a whole lot on the prize table. It ain't like nobody was winning a $2,500 rifle, but we just want everybody to come up here and have fun and try to learn a little bit. I always try to. My goal is to get a little better every time.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
mean,
I
that
do,
should be
you know.
that should be everybody's goal. You know, but
I'm
some people-
trying
some
to
people
get
don't
off
look
the
at it that
bench
way.
and get on positions. You can build you can buy 2 8-foot pieces of 4x4s and screw them together and make you a tank trap. It'll make you get better.
That's true.
Get off a damn bench or prone. Don't ever shoot on
I
that.
think somebody on this podcast actually said, "Oh,
Yeah.
it was me." I say that.
Okay.
I say that every time.
Yeah.
Anyway, man, thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for hosting this awesome match. Thanks for having us.
Oh, man.
This place is like this is like a wet dream for somebody like me. Like you can go fishing out here, you can hunt out here, you can shoot matches out here. Like this place is like heaven for me. It is amazing. But anyway, thank you for
Going again in the morning, I hope.
That's right.
And they're feeding us out here. Like I might not leave. Like they might have fucked up. I might not be leaving.
That's been a fun time.
They got
So,
power lines out here. I can move.
Yeah, we're
yeah,
moving.
that's
We're
right.
moving to
We'll
Alabama.
get you on
Just
with
like
that
that.
power.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being.
All right, up next. Who are you?
Ethan McBride from Dothan, Alabama. Shooting long range gas gun matches for 2 years now. Just kind of really new to the gas gun agenda, pretty much.
What did you think about the match today, the hood rat match?
I liked it a lot. It's hot today.
How many matches have you shot?
The only matches I have shot has been the quantified performance matches. I've shot 3 so far. It was the second quantified performance match till now. So 3 altogether.
And then this was the fourth match.
Fourth
you've
match.
ever shot in your
Fourth
life?
match, yes.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
So today was actually first time I actually shot a pistol in a match. So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
new to me. So
It was hot, but
It was hot. It was like 90 degrees on the last stage. It was hot. Next question.
all right, gas or bolt?
really,
Taking too long.
gas. I prefer gas.
Nailed it. Next question.
Dial or hole?
Dial.
All right.
Favorite rifle chambering?
223. I want to get a hold of some cheetah.
There you
But
go.
There you go.
That's down the road.
Shameless plug.
Going to get a hold of it, but
You'll shoot it tomorrow.
that's down the road.
You'll
But
shoot it tomorrow.
All right, you already touched on some of your long range experience.
Oh, he did
in 4
touch.
matches.
He can touch.
Matches you host or are affiliated with?
really just quantified performance and the hood rat match this weekend.
Today.
Good guys. All right, tips or tricks you want to tell some of the new competitors, or just something that's helped you
Basically,
through
for
the
this question, it's what is something that gave you an aha moment? Like it was something that you were like, damn, I wish I would have learned that sooner because it really helps me out.
To be honest with you, I thought about this before this weekend.
Would you?
Do not, if you got big glass, don't use big glass.
I agree with that. I understand.
Try
what
to
you're saying.
learn to use low power.
Yeah. So like I might have 14 power, but I almost always run it on 8
Right.
power.
I use a 6x24. Don't always use the 18 in that 24 all the way to 24. Try to learn how to use the 6 or the 8 because you cannot acquire targets just like the one stage. We have the chaos.
Yep.
Plenty of pine trees. You cannot
Yeah.
see. You cannot see targets.
Even the boat today, I was on 3.
Exactly.
As low as I
I
would
ran
go.
that on 1 power.
Yeah.
And that's
With a lever gun.
something I have to work on is learn how to use a lower power. So
Yep.
Yeah.
that
All
would be
right.
my tip.
And you can find more. You can find more targets, and you can see your splash better.
Exactly.
For whenever you have your follow up, you can see your recoil.
and
too,
learn
so-
your reticle too because you know.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
but that's it.
All right.
That is a thing.
Piece of equipment that you'd recommend or you can't live without, or
For long range specifically.
don't say.
Yeah,
bag.
don't say a
Bag.
dozer or anything like that because that is useful.
I was
He's
very
like, ratchet.
I was very against using a bag to prop on and a bag to put up under your leg or your arm.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking
pillow.
about the pillows.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Putting a bag under your arm and putting a bag on your rifle. That seems strange to some people that's new to the game, just like me. The first time I did that was the last quantified performance match.
Mhm.
It was
Makes a difference.
It was the Sunday, the free range day.
Yep.
It's stupid how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah, it makes you extremely stable.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you say it, and I'm glad that you specified that it was one of the pillows and not a regular bag.
Yes.
Because almost every person that's come onto the show has mentioned how important it is to have a good bag.
That's the
Right.
only reason I said don't mention a bag. I'm like,
Yeah.
everybody's saying a bag. Do something
Yeah.
else.
So whenever
Yeah,
it's
I mean, that's what I
whenever it's
meant.
the
Yeah,
pillow,
yeah.
the pillow, and I usually don't use a pillow. I almost never use a pillow.
Right.
But today I used one on one of the stages just because I was like, just because of that kind of position that we were in, I was like, it would be extremely advantageous to use it, and I did, and it made a big difference. So
Right.
yeah, and
You're
I mean,
right.
normally I don't use it. I would normally just use like a game changer type bag or a Sprad bag or something like that. But I used a pillow today, and I was like, I couldn't see using it in a lot of the matches I shoot, but just for that one stage, I was like, man, if you have that, that is a game changer for that stage.
And for new shooters, it's kind of a strange thing to tell them because
Yep.
it was for me. But once you do it in a non-stressful environment, just like a free range day,
Mhm.
where you're not really pushed to complete the stage,
Yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah, absolutely.
It feels good. And
So and then whenever people talk about the bags and stuff like that, whether it be that kind of bag or a game changer bag or whatever, bags. I thought about like all the years that I hunted, as a youngin and stuff
Right.
like that, and I would just throw, like my 30-06 or my 308 or whatever I had, just rest it up against a tree, or I would just be up in a deer stand and just rest it on the rail or whatever, and make shots like that. And now that I'm, older and wiser, okay, I'm older. I'll bring a bag with me even when I'm hunting. Whenever I went hunting out here in Alabama last year, I had a bag with me, and I just rested my pistol on that bag, and I made that shot on that deer, and it makes such a world of difference. And once you start using it, you're like, it carries over in other things. We're like, this is so much better.
It's funny you say that, because after shooting the quantified performance matches, hunting in my climber, the front rail, I've started using like a Sprad bag type deal, and I'll put the V down and I'll put it on the rail, and you just watch the deer out there, and your rifle it's so still, and I'm just like, why wasn't I doing this? It's something to put on that rail to where
you were just ignorant before.
Exactly.
That's all it was.
And that's the small things.
I was too.
It's the small
We
things.
all was.
Small things you learn from these matches. Just things you don't think about. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I tell soldiers all the time. I tell soldiers that go to a few competitions, you will learn exponentially, faster things that you will never learn unless it's too late. Like you learn something in combat and somebody's dead now. You learn things in competition or whatever that make things so much easier whenever you actually go over the pond or whatever. So
Exactly right.
All right. Wrap it up. Any new developments? Anything in your life?
No, nothing new. This hood rat match, I hope we can keep it going.
I don't think any of us will let it die.
yeah, this was too much fun.
It was originally, when me and Eddie and Jace talked about it, it was originally just like 8 folks, which y'all was involved in it, but we had 18 shooters.
17 shooters, and then 4 non-shooters.
Yeah, so it just kind of, we was getting ready for a quantified performance match, and it's just kind of, I'm hoping it becomes a thing,
Turned into its own thing.
and it's training. That's all it is, training, getting better.
A lot of knowledge shared today.
Exactly.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on the show.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for
Thank
sitting with us
you.
and talking
Thank
to
you,
us.
man.
Thank you.
All right, hot swap with Mike.
Can I go get pump on first?
Looks like you already got one. Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
Fucking stick.
Mike, you got to watch me. I'm sitting here and watch you.
Alright.
Yeah, he's gonna sit there and start slow stroking this this pipe in one.
Don't pay no attention. I just slowly.
Oh, you want to ask?
No, I was reading all of Eddie's notes.
Yeah, no, he's got notes about all the stages. You're like, damn, I didn't know that was the range on that target. Okay. All right, Mike. I mean, strange person on the show. Tell us who you are.
I'm Mike.
He's Mike. This is Mike Hines. You might have heard me talk about him with the Lead Sling and Ginger on the Sling and Lead Live podcast and stuff like that. He actually came and shot my match back in January. He filled one of the sponsorship slots. So Lead Sling and Ginger actually donated a slot in my match, and he filled it. So he shot for the Sling and Lead Live podcast, or the Sling and Lead the Lead Sling and Ginger's YouTube channel or whatever. He was their shooter, and then whenever I was actually on the show, he talked about this cripply ass walking around and gimping up and whatnot with his cane and all. Just so y'all know, he's a cripple, but he could probably outshoot you, maybe.
He definitely outlived you.
He can't outlift you. He's been getting swole. My dude over here, he's been getting them gains. All right, so anyway, who are you? So we already know you're Mike.
I'm Mike
He's Mike Hines.
Hines. Doesn't matter. Mike Hines.
Redacted.
Am Marine. Did some shooting there. When I got out, I wanted to get into PRS. I was building up a real fancy bolt gun, and then I heard about some match down at the Arena Training Facility, so I took my bolt gun, took all the shit off it, threw it on my arm, like, all right, let's go. And then I've been doing this since.
Okay. What'd you think of today's match?
It was awesome. Like,
Good.
One.
Just kidding. Keep going. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
I was kidding, man.
It's fine. We got to shoot from a moving boat. It was awesome. What other match has that? It was crazy. It was awesome.
I've literally never heard of another match that has that.
Yeah, what other match is going to
It
have
wasn't a slow moving boat.
That boat we're moving.
that? Boat was getting some.
Yeah. All right, gas or bolt?
Yes. Next.
I'm pretty sure I won now. Dial or hold?
Hold. What is this? This is 2020. I want my gas to feed for me. I want my scope to hold for me.
I'm so proud of you.
Aw.
I learned him everything, sort of. Actually, this guy can figure stuff out on his own. He just asked me to confirm what he already knows sometimes.
It does help.
Favorite rifle chambering?
5.56 because I'm poor.
Heyo! He actually is a hand loader as well, which we always appreciate on the show because we're, geeks too. So we talk about, whenever we message each other back and forth, we talk about, different powder charges and chamber pressures and stuff like that, yeah. Seating depth, yeah. It was we had a good long conversation about seating depth and different shapes of projectiles and stuff. Long range experience.
I've been doing this for a year and a half now. I've shot all of the quantified performance matches, shot your match, shot this match, and I shot one other match. I'm doing all right.
His hair is magnificent. I didn't hear a word he just said. Matches that you host or are affiliated with.
I am a lone wolf, a leaf on the wind. Watch out, I soar.
Tips or tricks that you could give to a new shooter. Something that gave you an aha moment. And I'm not talking about, whenever they come to pick up Naked Snake or whatever from the helicopter. Not take on me. I need a different aha.
I mean, the biggest thing is just
What?
yes, I love the Phantom Pain too. It's a great game.
Just making sure we're all
The control scheme was terrible, but that's not important right now. It was bad compared to any other Metal Gear.
Xbox is good.
I wouldn't know.
Did you play it on PlayStation?
I actually don't remember.
Okay, well, if you played it on the inferior system, then I understand why you didn't like
I'm a
it.
PC gamer. Superior gaming grace.
Even grosser. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the rest of this is just mixed now, so just get the fuck off our show. All right, anyway. So, tips or tricks. What's something that you learned that really helped you exponentially as a long-range shooter?
Just the principles, just figuring out the principles of position. So if I'm going into position, stage I haven't shot before, I want to get ideally as low to the ground, as wide as I can, and as close to the prop. If not necessarily in that order, those are my priorities when I'm trying to build a position and figure out how I want to shoot it. And I just did that from watching other people who shot better than me.
You done did that. What is a piece of equipment
Bubble level.
besides your cane?
Bubble level.
Besides your cane,
Bubble level.
a bubble level.
A bubble level.
Bubble level.
Bubble level.
We saw a really interesting bubble level.
We did. It was hot glued on. But
It was-
but it was hot outside.
It was literally hot glued onto
I
somebody's
missed
gun.
this. What?
Oh yeah.
There
yeah.
was a bubble level hot glued on somebody's rail earlier today, and I was like, I had to say something to the guy. I was like, "What are you doing? What do you got going on here?" He was like, "It works, and it was what I could afford." I was like, bring it in, big man, bring it in." I had to hug the dude. He might have already been on the podcast earlier. He might have had a nice beard. It might have been white. He might have been celebrating his 39th birthday again. Anyway, all right. So a bubble level.
A bubble level, because a lot of times I'll be behind the rifle. I'm like, I'm definitely level. And I'll look bubble. Like, no, I'm not.
Nope. Bet we've all been there.
All the times I think I'm level, I'm not.
Yep. But it's the one thing that I cannot tell unless I have that bubble level.
I get it.
I can work around other crap. I can have a worse position, whatever. But I don't know if I'm candidate or not without that level.
New developments in your life. If I'm not mistaken, you just finished an internship.
I actually finished a college degree.
So I'm gonna take that cane, shove it right up your ass if you correct me again on my show. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so continue
That's
your.
why you brought me.
He's like, I thought you wanted me to correct you. Okay, so what are new developments in your life?
I graduated college. Go me.
Woo! He done did a thing.
Did a thing.
What else?
That was a pretty
He's
big
the
thing.
best.
You said you wanted the short.
I ain't done a graphic.
Thanks for coming on the show, Mike. Anyway, we appreciate you being on here. You're real good at stuff, except for walking. He's not good at that. And he's good at picking up heavy stuff. He's still got a little girl grip, though. He's trying to grip me hard, but he's doing a bad job. Like, go harder. Come on. Choke me harder, daddy. But we really appreciate you having you on the show. Mike is becoming, I've got to see him from some of his earlier matches and stuff like that. I've got to see him.
One.
That's right.
Well, the first
I've
one.
got to see him get better quickly because he's one of the people who isn't afraid to ask somebody a question about like why they ran something a certain way.
Yeah,
and
I watch him.
Don't interrupt me when I'm talking. And I really applaud him for that because he's just, like not a whole lot of people will do that because they have this much pride. Mike doesn't have pride, not any of it at all.
Can I talk now?
No, I'm just kidding, man. Love you. Go ahead.
No.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for being on the show. We loves you, man. You're gonna be like, wow, you're such a dickhead.